Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Raw. This is the last Raw before the Royal Rumble. We are only a week away from finding out who is going to go on to WrestleMania and vie for that WWE Championship. My name is Nomad Raven and I am here the whole way with you tonight. We have got a great show lined up for you tonight and we've got a packed crowd here at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. And we are kicking off the show tonight with the WWE Champion Roman Reigns. We know that he is going to face Daniel Bryan this Sunday at the Royal Rumble and he is not all that pleased about it. He has said on numerous occasions that the Yes movement will come to an end by his hands. Daniel Bryan won that triple threat 3 weeks ago against Ricochet and King Corbin to get his spot and get his shot at the WWE Championship. Speaking of Ricochet and Corbin, the two men that missed out narrowly on facing Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble will be in the Rumble themselves, and they will also be in action tonight, facing off one-on-one, trying to vie for position in the lead up to the Rumble. Corbin has blamed Ricochet for not getting his opportunity. Ricochet breaking up that pin when it looked like he had the match won. Roman Reigns isn't scheduled to compete here tonight, so I'm guessing he has something to say to the WWE Universe. And more specifically, something to say to Daniel Bryan. And this capacity crowd here in Boston letting Roman know exactly what they think of him. Thunderous boos echoing out. And he's got a mic in hand. Let's hear what he has to say. He wants Daniel Bryan to come down to the ring and acknowledge him. Daniel Bryan does not need much of an invitation. He is straight out here. And again, these fans here tonight in Boston, you can see who they will be rooting for Sunday at the Rumble. It will be Daniel Bryan. The Yes movement is in full voice here. Daniel Bryan has said that he will fight until his last breath. Gone on record in the past saying that he doesn't know when his last match will be. This could be his last Mania. This could be his last shot at the WWE Championship. He wants to regain it before his career is over. And the two men that will compete on Sunday looking face to face, eye to eye. Daniel Bryan acknowledging Roman's accomplishments last year. But making it very clear that he had help getting to those heights. And Roman taking issue with that. Roman feeling disrespected. And Roman threatening to make it Daniel's last match on Sunday. Daniel Bryan saying that Roman lacks conviction and he's uncertain of himself. And a big question mark over Reigns is, can he do it by himself? Oh, and Roman goes for a shot, but Bryan blocks it. And a big running knee strike. If Roman was lacking any form of confidence before, this is going to have done nothing to help it heading into Sunday. Daniel Bryan leaving Roman laid out in the ring, and the yes movement here in Boston are loving it. Daniel Bryan heading into Sunday with some serious momentum, and Roman Reigns had better watch out, otherwise he will be leaving the arena on Sunday night a little bit lighter, having lost that belt. And next up, we're going to take a look at an interesting tweet from Keith Lee this week. He doesn't seem happy about the fact that Drew and AJ have been focusing on themselves when there are actually going to be 30 men in that Royal Rumble. And you've got to think that Keith Lee is going to be an imposing force in the Rumble. As I stated earlier on, we have our first match of the evening, and it is going to be Ricochet taking on King Corbin. Ricochet unhappy because Corbin was the one to tap out to Daniel Bryan. He lost his opportunity at facing Roman Reigns this Sunday at the Rumble without being pinned or submitting himself. And Corbin, as I said earlier, is not happy that Ricochet broke up the pin when it looked like he had it all but won over Daniel Bryan. A tantalising matchup ahead. And you've got to think, come Sunday, these men will be there or thereabouts when it comes to determining a winner. They bring different things to the table, but both of them in their own rights are high caliber, elite level wrestlers. How you can watch Ricochet in the ring and be anything other than astounded, I have no idea. And Boston rooting for Ricochet here, letting their voices be heard. And no need to guess what they think of King Corbin here. King Corbin making his entrance to a cacophony of boos here. You've got to think this matchup is going to come down to that age-old speed and quickness and agility of Ricochet versus the power and the ferocious striking of King Corbin, a former Golden Glove level competitor in boxing. He has got heavy hands, and he is not frightened to let them go. And the fans are ready, the competitors are ready, and without further ado, the referee gets us underway. And Ricochet immediately showing off that athleticism with the head scissors there. And Corbin, heavy hands, sends Ricochet down to his knees and down to the mat straight away. The size difference between these two men. Heavy strikes forcing Ricochet back into the corner. And Corbin with that lariat of his, showing tremendous quickness there himself, sliding out of the ring and straight back in to hit that lariat. Throwing Ricochet around the ring like a rag doll, telling the crowd and telling Ricochet exactly what is going to happen tonight. And a thunderous kick to the midsection. Now putting all his pressure on the back of the neck and head. And Ricochet wisely rolling outside. And Corbin again telling these fans exactly what he thinks of them. But Ricochet with the block. Knife edge chops on the outside. And a jumping neck breaker. Into the stairs goes Corbin. Sickening impact on the mat outside. Ricochet has shown through the triple threat 3 weeks ago and in this match already so far that if Corbin wants to play the power game, he will go toe to toe with him. He is not afraid. He may be outmatched, but he will do it. And Ricochet, using those barricades to his advantage here, hangs Corbin up on top of them, and a big boot. Wisely, that ring awareness, quickly rolls in the ring and back outside to break the referee's 10 count. But he also knows you can't win it on the outside, and he rolls Corbin back inside. Hits him with that jumping knee. And Ricochet going to the top rope, looking for that high risk offense. Hits a shooting star press. And he goes for the pin. And Corbin kicks out at 1. It looked a little bit too early in the day to get the win there. Need to put in some more work to put away Corbin. And he hits the downward spiral. And back up to the top rope he goes. He's looking for that 630 senton. And Corbin moves out the way. Agonizing landing there for Ricochet. And Corbin throwing those heavy, heavy hands. And Corbin looking to press his advantage here. Staying on top of Ricochet while he's got him down. Again, the referee needs to be getting involved here. Some of these are definitely not open fists. Stomping on that knee of Ricochet there. Clubbing thunderous, ferocious blows from Corbin. Ricochet has got to be dazed and confused here. And Corbin looking for the pin. And just a 2 count. Ricochet able to get his shoulder up. You thought there was half a chance that he was out then. And Corbin looking for the end of days, but Ricochet is able to duck under. Another head scissors. Telling Corbin to get up. And he hits the gun stun. And up to the top rope. Again, his speed and athleticism coming into play here. Looking for the Phoenix Splash, and he hits it. Ricochet is feeling it here. The adrenaline is pumping as he hits the downward spiral. And he's going to go to the top again. Once more to the well for the 630 senton. And hits it this time. Goes for the pin. And that is all she wrote. Ricochet with a big win over Corbin leading into the Rumble. He is feeling it. He has got that momentum. And you've got to think he is going to have a big part to play come Sunday. You thought he was in trouble early on when he missed the 630 senton and Corbin started rolling with those heavy blows. But Ricochet able to make that quickness work for him, ducking out of the end of days attempt, and then his high impact, high velocity offense got him the victory. Could Ricochet be the man to win the Royal Rumble and go on to headline WrestleMania opposite Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan? We will find out at Sunday, but you've got to think his confidence has got to be at an all-time high for the man from Paducah, Kentucky. And I believe we're going to head backstage momentarily and speak to Big E regarding Elias and his actions over the last few weeks. Thank you very much for joining us, Big E. We just wanted to get a word with you regarding Elias's actions and if we could get an update of sorts regarding the status of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Yeah, Elias isn't here tonight. Wow, what a challenge thrown down by Big E here. Will Elias show up at the Rumble? And if so, can he wrench that Intercontinental Championship away from Big E? I guess we will find out. And next up, we have got the men that will face the Street Profits for those WWE Tag Team Championships on Sunday. The Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, taking on two young men on excursion from CMLL, our partners, Diablo and Chimera. And as always, these two looking in incredible spirits here tonight. They're excited, they're pumped, and they are ready for Sunday at the Rumble to get their first opportunity at those WWE Tag Team Championships. This crowd are happy tonight to see the Best Friends here, and they're ready to see them in action in their debut on WWE Raw. And immediately a huge forearm from Taylor. And he throws Chimera off the side as well. Huge German suplex there. Into the corner goes Diablo. Powerful offense there from Taylor. And he immediately goes for a pin. Only a 1 count there as Diablo is able to kick out. And Taylor here getting in lots of offense, pressing that advantage. And into the corner goes Diablo. Middle rope snake eyes. That will send you loopy and in quick time. Falcon arrow. But Diablo immediately pops up with a kip up. And Taylor says, right, if you're going to get up, I'm going to put you straight back down with that big German suplex. Classic tag team wrestling here. But Diablo wastes precious time taunting there. Oh, and a sickening pile driver. His head driven into the mat with supreme velocity. And Chuck Taylor pausing for photos there. And Taylor could be looking to finish it here. He goes for the Omega driver. But rather than pin, he picks Diablo back up and throws him into their corner. And tags in Trent Beretta. Diablo trying to crawl back there, but immediately cut off by Beretta. So far, you've got to say this is perfect tag team wrestling from the Best Friends. They've basically incapacitated Diablo here. Chimera is on the outside, desperate to get in the ring. Will he be able to get the tag? Standing moonsault from Beretta there. Picture perfect. Huge lariat from Beretta. And a shoulder block to Chimera. Knife edge chops. Belly to back suplex from Beretta. And again another shoulder to Chimera on the outside, and he goes down. Is he going to look for the crunchy? Yes, he hits the crunchy, holds on for the pin. This is going to be it. And the Best Friends make light work of the two men on excursion. Impressive victory from the Best Friends. But you've got to think, come Sunday, they're facing the Street Profits, who are at the top of their game, and they will expect a much sterner test come Sunday. An absolute clinic from these two men here. Didn't let Chimera tag in once. Could we be in store for a tag title change come Sunday? And could these men catapult themselves to the top of the WWE Tag Division? We will find out in 6 short days. And this crowd are definitely feeling the energy these two men are bringing. And Charlotte Flair has been vocal on social media in the last couple of weeks since she found out that she will be facing Liv Morgan at the Royal Rumble for her WWE Women's Championship, sarcastically congratulating Liv and saying that as her luck seems to be in, she may as well play the lotto. Thank you very much for joining us, Liv. We just wanted to get your thoughts on the comments from Charlotte on social media and how you're feeling heading into the Rumble. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Liv. Those are fighting words. Could she win the lotto and take that WWE Women's Championship Sunday at the Rumble? As we take a look at the card for Sunday, it is official. The Intercontinental Championship will be defended by Big E against Elias. We have got the WWE Tag Team Championships defended by the Street Profits against the Best Friends. The WWE Women's Championship will be defended by the Queen Charlotte Flair against Liv Morgan. And as we saw in our opening segment tonight, Daniel Bryan will be challenging Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, for the WWE Championship. We also have the 30-man Royal Rumble. And speaking of the Rumble, we are going to hear next from AJ Styles. The Phenomenal One was not happy that he wasn't able to be the first man announced entering the Royal Rumble, as Drew McIntyre did that himself. And there has been friction between the pair of them ever since. AJ is convinced that the one man standing in the ring at the end of the Royal Rumble will be phenomenal, and it will be AJ Styles himself. Could AJ get back to the highest realms of the wrestling world, win the Rumble, and go on to compete for the WWE Championship at Mania? We will find out on Sunday, but you've got to think, if you were a betting man, you would not bet against him. AJ has done everything in his career. He has won everything in his career, but he has never won the Royal Rumble. AJ grabs himself a mic, and I'm sure we're going to hear what he has to say. And Drew McIntyre's music plays. AJ absolutely livid at this interruption from the Scotsman. Drew has seemingly revelled in interrupting AJ the last couple of weeks, and we could be seeing a preview when it comes down to the final couple of competitors between McIntyre and Styles. Both men have got to be near the top of the list if you had to think of favourites for this match. When the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship were combined, Drew wasn't actually pinned in that triple threat, and Drew has vowed on numerous occasions that he will regain that belt, and he could get one step closer to that if he wins the Rumble on Sunday. And Drew saying the time for talk is over, the time for action is nearly upon us, and it could start tonight. But no, Keith Lee is here, the man behind the tweet that we saw earlier. He is saying that these two men are overlooking everyone else in the Rumble, and I for one wouldn't look past the man that is absolutely limitless. Again, talking about favourites for the Rumble, you've got to think it is going to take someone incredibly strong to get Keith Lee over that top rope and out of the ring. Well, things could get really interesting momentarily. Again, saying that the pair of them are overlooking everyone else in that match. No. He's here. MJF is here in the building tonight. We have not seen this man since the draft. The biggest coup that Raw made during the draft was to acquire MJF from All Elite Wrestling, and he has picked the perfect time to announce his arrival on the WWE stage. Does this mean that MJF is going to be in the Rumble on Sunday? And you've got to think, to a certain extent it seems quite serendipitous, the salt of the earth hailing from New York City. And where is the Rumble taking place? None other than the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The three men in the ring look aghast that MJF is here tonight. You've got to think the winner of the Rumble may well come from these four men. We definitely know who you are, Max. And his first words in a WWE ring are to insult the WWE Universe. He doesn't care about everyone in the ring on Sunday, he only cares about who is left with him at the very end. And telling them exactly what he thinks of them. And he earns a Claymore for his troubles. Drew had heard enough. And oh my god, it's Edge! Edge is here! As it kicks off in the ring between those four men, Edge comes out immediately. Spear to MJF. Spear to Keith Lee. And the crowd are going absolutely wild for Edge here as we take a look at that thunderous spear telling McIntyre to get up. And he hits the Scotsman with a third spear. Have we just seen a preview of what's to come on Sunday? Could the Rated R superstar be the last man standing at the Rumble? The ultimate opportunist has picked the perfect time to strike. As he exits the ring, leaving everyone laying in his wake, Edge could now be the favourite for the Rumble on Sunday as we take a look at the full 30-man picture of what is to come on Sunday. Unfortunately, that is all we've got time for tonight, but we are perfectly placed heading into the Rumble. All of the belts will be defended on Sunday, and we have the 30-man Royal Rumble match where frankly anyone could win it. Hopefully you're excited. I know I certainly am. Hopefully you've enjoyed it tonight. If you have, hit the like button, hit subscribe, turn on the bell icon so you get notified when I drop new content. Hit me up in the comments, let me know what you're enjoying and what you're looking forward to. As always, every view means an awful lot to me, and every like, subscribe and comment really does help get more eyes on the channel, so thank you very much to everyone that has done so far. Thank you for watching, and until next time.